Class, can anyone tell me why this statement is true? Today, we will explore how mathematical proofs justify such claims. Proof is essential in mathematics because it ensures our reasoning is valid and our conclusions are correct. Let's dive into the world of proofs and learn how to solidify our mathematical arguments. This is our learning objectives. So by the end of this lesson, you will master different proof techniques to validate logical statements and demonstrate their truth. You will learn how to prove implications directly, show the two-way nature of biconditionals, and establish the existence and uniqueness of elements with certain properties. Last week, we discussed logical connectives and conditionals. Can anyone recall how an implication works? Good. This forms the foundation of our lesson today. Remember the truth table for implication and how to negate statements. Let's connect that knowledge to the methods of proof. Let's start with the basics of proving implications. A direct proof begins by assuming the hypothesis is true and logically deriving the conclusion. For example, to prove that if a number is even, then its square is even. So we start by assuming the number that can be expressed as 2k for some integer k. So let's assume that n is even. Then n is equal to 2k for some integer k. Now, squaring both sides, we get n squared is equal to 2k raised to 2. So, to simplifying, we have four k squared. Since 4k squared is divisible by 2, therefore n squared is even. For biconditional proof example, we have statement: a number is divisible by 4 if and only if it is divisible by 2 twice. So we will prove both directions. The first direction is if n is divisible by 4, then n is divisible by 2 twice. This is for direction 1. For direction 2, because this is an biconditional, if n is divisible by 2 rather, by 2 twice, then it is divisible by 4. So let's start. So to start with direction 1, proving direction 1, let n equals to 4k or some integer k. Since n is divisible by 4, we let n is equals to 4k. Next, as you notice, this equation can be written as n is equals to 2 times 2k. Since 2k is an integer, here 2k is an integer, n is divisible by 2 twice. Hence, the statement holds. Now for the direction 2, if n is divisible by 2 twice, then n is divisible by 4. So for direction 2, we let this direction 1, this is 2, and for 2 we let n is equal to 2. Let's say we have variable m, so we have 2m. N is equals to 2 times 2n for some integer m, since n is divisible by 2 twice. So we represent this. As you can see, this can be simplified. This can simplifies to n is equals to 2 times 2m. We have 4m. Therefore, n is divisible by 4, proving the reverse direction. Thus, the biconditional statement is true in both directions. Now, this is for existence proof. This is an example of existent proof. We have statement here, there exists an even prime number. To prove this, we're going to find a number that satisfies the given statement to prove whether it is true or whether the statement is true or not. So, as we all know, prime numbers are numbers that have only two factors, 1 and themselves. Now, we have a list here of prime numbers. First 5 prime numbers. And we're going to check if each number here satisfy the given statement. Now 11 didn't satisfy the given statement. 7 is not an even. 5 also. 3 and 2 is even, and it belongs to prime numbers. So it is true that there exists an even prime number. So for example, 2 is even and prime. So therefore we prove that the statement there exists an even prime number is true. For uniqueness proof example, the statement is the same as we have in existent proof example. So there exists an even prime. There is exactly one even prime number. To prove this, let's assume that there are two even prime numbers. So we assume that there are two even prime. Knowing that we have only one even prime, which is 2, because any other even number greater than 2 is divisible by 2. For example, we have 4. 4 is not prime because its factor are greater than 2, which is the factor for prime numbers is 1 in itself, but 4 can be factor of 4 are 2 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 4 rather, 1 and 4. So hence any other number greater than 2 is divisible by 2, hence not prime. Thus 2 is the only even prime. Let's work through another example together. If x is an odd number, then x squared is odd. We will follow the steps of direct proof, identifying the hypothesis and showing how the conclusion naturally follows. So to guide you, I'm gonna list here the steps for proving this statement. So let's first step, you assume that x is an odd number. Then express it in an equation by its definition. Like for example, for some integer k, like x can be expressed as 2k for some integer k. Step 2, you square both sides. Square both sides. And for step 3, simplify the expression. You must come up with this. Since the expression will be divisible by 2, the term leaves a remainder of 1 when divided by 2, confirming that is odd. So, since the equation or the expression after you simplify will be you can write it here, this divisible by 2, it will leave a remainder of 1. When divided by 2, and confirming that is odd. So I hope you follow that step to have proof of that statement. Now it's your turn. Prove the following statement. If n is a multiple of 3, then n squared is a multiple of 3. For the instruction, you must work and pair and construct the proof, ensuring to follow the direct proof method. I encourage everyone to write their solutions on paper and present their proofs on the board. Try to pause the video and start solving, or start seeking for the proof. Excellent effort, everyone. I noticed a few common errors in assuming the conclusion prematurely. Remember, always start from the hypothesis and derive the conclusion step by step. For your homework, write a proof demonstrating the uniqueness of the solution to simple algebraic equation, and also prepare a 5-minute presentation explaining a proof technique to the class, and create 3 original proof problems and solve them.